Hello traders out there in Traderland. This is your weekend edition, good through Sunday, November 4th, 2012. My name's Dez, here at Grok Trade, potentially your future mentor as far as stock, option, and future trading is concerned. As you saw, no one has come before me when it comes to doing online trading videos. Been doing it since 2004. Glad to be of service to you, giving you the very best technical analysis. Right here, let's take a look on Friday. The Dow down a whopping 139 points, down 1%. Ouch. The S&P down nearly 1%. The Nasdaq down 1.26%. Russell's down 1.63%. Ouch. Banks off by 1.25%. The VIX up 5.4%. We are over 17, still below 18. But check this out. Commodities taking a massive wallop. Gold off by over 2%. Now, if you remember, yesterday I talked about gold. Be ready because it looks like gold could be ready to drop. And look at this. I didn't dream it would be a 2% drop the very next day. But down 2% here, silver down a whopping 4%, and crude oil down 2.2%. Energy and commodities here, materials just took a beating today. And the US dollar up 0.7% here. And a couple things, we do have the unemployment rate at 7.9. It ticked up from 7.8, so unemployment did rise. However, payrolls did increase. We were expecting it to increase last month by 125,000. However, it increased by 171,000. Nice to see that. And before I get into some technicals, did you guys know that this is Aviation History Month? It's also National Adoption Awareness Month, and it's also National Novel Writing Month. So let me give you a little tidbit here. I'm going to give a significant, huge, massive discount to the 201 courses. You've been wanting to take them, 6 hours of pure education, and it's a home study. You do it from privacy of your own home. All you have to do is remember Grok 300 will knock $300 off of the 201's premium home study trading education. So the only way to get that is if, one, you're a pilot, or two, you've adopted or in the process of adopting, or three, you have written an article, or more importantly, you have written a book. All I ask you to do is send me an email of that, what book you've written or what article you've written and where it was written, and if you adopted or if you are a licensed pilot, just send it at mentor@groktrade.com and take advantage of the Grok 300 $300 discount for this weekend only. So take a look here at the daily on the Dow. Check this out. I had a nice little pop first thing this morning, and then boom, big crash down. Bearish engulfing pattern. Now we have a close below the 100-day moving average. Gang, this was like a bear pullback, and we are dropping, and the volume was decent across the board. On a Friday, you'd think that the liquidity had been dried up a bit being a Friday, but no, a lot of selling pressure coming in. Gang, this could be a nasty beginning of what we have in store coming up next week. Here's the S&P, which I give a lot of credence to. Here you have this big nasty reversal, and it looks like it's wanting to head down. I highly recommend that you click down here on a full and click on full screen so you can watch this in great high definition clear viewing, and write down these crucial support and resistance numbers down here. Big time importance that you do that on all these. Nasdaq, check this out. Nasdaq pop, and then a huge bearish engulfing closing. Look at this. It opened at the high and closed at the low. We have a little support coming right here, 29.79 and some change, and we have the 200-day moving average, but we are closing now yet again below a major major trend line, and it looks ominous out there, gang, and I don't say that lightly. Just know that you're hearing it here. Russell's, it closed also below a major trend line. Ouch. Huge engulfing pattern. We are below the 20 intraday moving average, heading to the 100-day and the 200. Be watching this. It looks quite weak out there. Now let's go to the weekly charts, which trump all this. Now the weekly charts are giving us inverted hammers, or these gravestone dojis. This is a nice pullback to a support line there, and a 20-week moving average. There is a decent chance of getting a bounce. The dailies are telling us, uh-oh, we're in huge trouble. The weekly is saying, wait, even though the last month or so has been just brutal, we could be ready to see a bounce. Remember, the weekly charts trump the daily charts. If you take a look here at the NASDAQ, same thing. If you see, we have a support. We close though below support. I don't like that. If we would have closed above it, I would say huge chance of a rally taking place next few weeks, but it closed lower than that. I don't like that. The S&P, you have a nice little inverted hammer. That's a reversal pattern, a tweezer bottom, rising 20-week moving average. It is conducive of a pop taking place. And on the Dow, we close below this major trend line yet again. Tweezer bottom, doji. It's got a lot of resistance. We are below the 20-week moving average. Let's take a look here at the monthlies. Monthlies are really important. If you look here at the monthlies, we're just getting started, by the way, but last month was horrible, really problematic. We are now still staying below this major trend line on the monthly chart on the Dow. That is it. Much easier to drop here, much easier to drop than go higher. The S&P, wrong side of that trend line right now, bad news. NASDAQ, wrong side of that trend line, bad news. Russell's, right here, we are still above that trend line. That's decent news. If it drops below, that will be bad news. So man, I'm telling you, we are teetering on the markets giving us a nice rally or dropping significantly. I think there's a much better chance of a sell-off taking place next week than a rally taking place. Let's take a look here at gold. This is the monthly chart. You can see we had a reversal pattern. We have a lower high, lower low. It's looking bad. We do have the rising 20-month moving average coming up that could act as support. The weekly chart here, we had a nice bull pullback. We should have popped, but it did not do that. We actually dropped, finding support at the 20 and the 50-week moving averages. And on the daily, it said, uh-oh, watch for a drop. It was a big drop that took place. Like I said, over 2%. Ouch. We do have some support coming up. You might be looking for a little bit of a bounce, but this was on huge volume also. Silver on the daily, just brutal, just a huge sell-off. On the weekly on silver, it's not looking so hot, but we're still above the 50% Fibonacci retracement, as long as it stays above the 61.8 to trade. But we need to reverse really quickly here, and we have buying opportunities. Take a look here at the monthly. It's just now starting a down leg. And let's take a look at Apple. On the monthly, this is bad news. We are just in a down leg on the monthly. And on the weekly, like I said, just death below the 20-day moving average. But I remember me saying this was back here. I said, uh-oh, we are in a lot of trouble. Actually, I said it back here. Here, we can't get off this line. If we go below the 20-day, death below it, it rallied, came up, hit its head, and then dropped. I said, we're in a lot of trouble. This is a rising wedge. Look at the bearish divergence. Cracked, and I said, game over for this. Boom, 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 boom. There it is, right there. But look for an opportunity for a bounce taking place. And on the monthly, I'd like to see it maybe find some support around 550, give us a hammer, a doji or something, and maybe looking for buying opportunities. Here's the daily, just crashing and burning, just looks horrid on an uptick on volume. Take a look here at Google on a daily, looks like it's about ready to be, it's about ready to be sold again. It looks like a selling opportunity here, and it's just a real pitiful weekly bounce on Google, even though there should be some more upside, but this bounce happened on nothing volume. So this one's looking not very good. Let's go to Facebook weekly, hanging in there, see what the daily looks like. I don't like it either. It's just this little pop. It should have rallied. It didn't do that. So the very best compliment you could pay me is sharing this video with your colleagues that are out there. And if you would be so kind, click like down there at the bottom if you're at Facebook or you're on YouTube. And if you are on our website or Facebook or YouTube, I love reading your comments. I read each and every one of them, sometimes twice or 3 times. So talk to me. Let's hear some feedback. Again, if you are a pilot, or you've adopted, or if you've written something, Grok 300. Help yourself and enjoy that training. Take care.
This may not be you, but traders who come to Grok Trade for help are sharp, well-educated, and have made money in the past. However, they weren't executing consistently nor disciplined in managing risk. They bought high and sold low. They let small losses turn into large losses. They kept losing money. This does not have to be you. They made a change before it was too late. Grok Trade students trade within the live markets with confidence. Get signed up today before it's too late for your trading.